Hello everybody and welcome back to another Ben 10 tier list where today we'll be ranking every new alien from Alien Force. When I say new, I mean that we won't be having any repeats. So for example, there will not be Alien Force Wildmutt, there will not be Alien Force like Heat Blast or anything because those guys already got ranked, and eventually I will probably make a all of them on the same tier list eventually, but for now we are ranking everyone from the Alien Force series, and we are starting off surprisingly strong. And when I say strong, I mean physically, because Alien X is the first one to show up. Alien X, his design is simple, his power is simple, he is God. There is nothing else you need to know about him, as long as the two people inside of him agree. I can't think of their names off the top of my head. I think one of them starts with an S, though. I don't know. As long as those two agree, along with Ben, who is supposed to be the voice of reason, then Alien X can do anything. He's just that strong. His design's pretty simple, his power is simple and easy to understand. I think I'm going to give him C tier, because he doesn't show up a lot in the series, because he's kind of like Ben's last resort type alien. Unless you're Ben 10,000 with the Biometrics and just kind of say, hey, what if I just combine this with my other strongest alien? And yeah, then that'll happen. But yeah, I think I'll put Alien X in mid because obviously we won't see him a lot, and he's alright. Next up is Big Chill. Now, Big Chill replaced Artiguana, but I like Artiguana more. And I also decided to use Big Chill with his wings out because I figured that would be easier for people to understand, because you don't see him with his cloak on too much. His powers are simple. He's got ice, manipulation, cryokinesis, I guess, intangibility, and flight, so I will go ahead and put him in B tier, and that's purely because Artiguana was in A tier. And I'm going to do this because these transparents are hurting my soul. And next up after that is going to be Brainstorm, who I liked more than Gray Matter. Gray Matter, I believe, was in D tier, so Brainstorm is going to be somewhere above. His ability is also simple. He's so smart, his brain can conduct electricity and use that electricity to attack people. It's pretty insane. And there's also the fact that he is a giant crab, which I like that design. So I think I will put him in B tier as well. Obviously, he's not going to be used as much, but he is better Gray Matter. He's got that going for him, right? And next up after Brainstorm will be Chroma Stone. So Chroma Stone's kind of unique. His design is pretty good. He's basically just a better version of Diamond Head, and I believe I put Diamond Head in B tier. Chroma Stone's alright. I think I'll keep them both in the same tier, so we'll go ahead and put him here just like that. And actually, you know what I could do? I could overlay this with the other tier list since I saved them separately. Oh no, I couldn't because I'm saving them separately. Never mind. I'll get your finished tier list eventually. Okay. Okay. Next up is Echo. That's a big Echo. Jeez, some of these picture sizes are just humongous, and like I can't deal with it sometimes. I just got transparent pictures. I didn't expect them to be 800 times a million. Really big pictures is what I'm trying to say. But Echo's really cool. He's basically a different version of Blitzwolfer. Would he be stronger? I don't know. He can clone himself. Blitzwolfer can only use the sound waves type thing, but I like Echo a lot. And there's also the fact that later on Echo getting an ultimate form will help him as well, which that should also help Big Chill, but I think both of them are pretty alright, so I think they'll both stay in B tier as well. And yeah, so Echo can go there. I like Echo, and Ultimate Echo is my favorite Ultimate Alien. That is not a new one. After Echo, we have, okay, simplistic, Goop. I like Goop. Goop's alright. He is basically like, he might as well be the stuff that Spitter digs out of his nostrils when he picks his nose. Goop's alright, I suppose. He is probably a better version of Spitter because he's got more utility, but there's also the fact he has a very obvious weak point, obviously being that UFO above his head. I think I'll put Goop in C tier as well, because, oh god, Alien X in C tier is gonna upset a lot of people, but this is how I feel about Goop and Alien X, so that's where I'm putting them. And after Goop is probably going to be Humongous. It is, look, stinking Echo's picture was big, alright. So I believe I put Forearms in B tier. Humongous is basically a dinosaur-esque, less armed version of Forearms, because they both have super strength. Humongous might have a little bit more utility since he also has a tail. And there's also the fact that he's bigger and can increase his size. Humongous is cool, but again, I don't like playing as giant aliens, or I'm not too big a fan of the big stuff, so I think, where did I put Worms? In B tier? I think Humongousaur can join him in B tier. Though I will say Ultimate Humongousaur is very cool. I really enjoyed when Albedo used Ultimate Humongousaur was like an Ultimate Gigantosaurus or whatever his original name is, because Albedo is smart. And then Ben's like, big deal, I fought guys bigger than you. And Albedo punches him off, and then he's like, alright, this is fine. And then Albedo's hand turns into a gun, and he's like, oh. Next up is Jetray. Jetray's... My impression on him is pretty bad, since his only ability is his extremely fast ability of flight and his eye lasers and tail laser. So he's not got that much going for him. His design's alright though. I definitely think that for most of these we won't have anyone in F tier though. So I'll go ahead and put Jetray in D tier. I think he's alright. Oops. Color the background. But yeah, I think Jetray's fine with wherever he is now. God, ugh. I hate those. Ugh. Why is it not transparent? Alright, and next up after Jetray is probably going to be Lodestar. It is Lodestar, okay. So, Lodestar... I like Lodestar's voice a lot. Lodestar! With all the reverb and everything. He's got a very nice voice, and his ability is pretty unique. I also really like his design. He's got metal kinesis, I believe, where he can move around objects and whatnot. His design's pretty cool, but obviously Ben doesn't use him too much because he has only one ability, and he's got not got too much going for him. I like his design, I like his power though, so I'm going to go ahead and put him in A tier with Echo. I actually don't think I will have an alien that I need to just straight up no fight, like Shadow Realm. In case you're new here, Shadow Realm is too good, needs to be nerfed, but for this case, I don't feel like I need to explain to you why this alien is cool. Next up we have Nanomech. Nanomech's cool. He's very small though, so... Well, that helps his case, honestly, because then all the animators can they have an easier time, like, editing him and whatnot, or animating him. His powers, from what I know of, he can, like, shoot lightning, I think. I'm not positive. You know what? I think I'll be a little bit fair and just double check on Nanomech here. I believe his powers revolve around his electricity. Yes, it is. He's got electrokinesis and size alteration. Okay. So he can make himself big then? Okay, that's interesting. He obviously has the ability to fly. Okay, so... Oh, he's smart too. Okay. Design-wise, Nanomech's are right. I think the main thing holding him back for design is the fact that we don't see him a lot because he's so small. But, I think I'll put Nanomech in maybe C or D tier. I'm gonna put him in C, I suppose. Actually, nah. I'll put him in D tier with Jetray. Get a little bit of variety, I suppose. And have them a little bit separated. And like one thing I dislike about the Ben 10 wiki is like it's like, oh, he has this for power, and it's just like sharp claws. And I'm like, yeah, he's got claws, so what? Jeez. Of course he can use those. They're a part of his body. Oh, okay. Okay, here we go. Wrath. Wrath is very funny. His design's pretty simple, naturally just being a alien-like version of a tiger. The only real alien proportions he has is the fact that he has the claws similar to Wolverine, and the fact that he is, should I say bipedal? I don't know. I'm pretty sure bipedal is what you say when someone's on two legs. I'm not sure. He's like a humanoid-type tiger, is what I'm trying to say here. He's very funny every time he shows up, and his design has not changed too much over the years, along with the fact that Albedo is capable of giving Wrath an ultimate form. Actually, that reminds me, technically, the Albedo... No, never mind. I was going to say the Albedo Ultimatrix would be a part of this too, but that is false because Albedo, his unique aliens are being from Omniverse. That's when he uses new ultimate forms. In this show, he would just use like Ultimate Humongous or one, kind of like what I said earlier. But Wrath, very funny. He's got pretty basic abilities, easy to understand, simplistic design. I like him a lot. I think I'll throw him in S tier, because why not, right? Sure, everyone already hates me already for every other tier list I've done, so you know. Let's go ahead and put Wrath in S tier. Woo! Yeah, I think it's the fact that every time Wrath has appeared, I've always giggled. He's just very funny. Oh no, uh-oh. Spider monkey. So if you don't know, I have arachnophobia and I don't do great with spiders. But I do like monkeys quite a bit, so I'm able to deal with spider monkey. His abilities are naturally similar to spiders, being, you know, he's got multiple arms, multiple eyes, he's got web shooting type stuff, and there's also the fact that later on, he can ultimatification into ultimate spider monkey and get, you know, he'll have only one set of arms, but he'll have like 6 or 4 sets of tarantula legs, and he can also shoot stronger webs from his mouth and whatnot. I think spider monkeys are right. I think I'll just throw him in C tier, because why not? I think that if he resembled more of a spider, it would be a bigger problem. Which brings me to the question of, is ball weevil a spider or is he a dung beetle? Because from my impression, I believe that he was a dung beetle, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll get jump scared by ball weevil, even though he is one of my more preferred Omni. When he popped on Omniverse, I was like, oh, so cute. Next up is Swampfire. Swampfire is pretty basic. I really like this design of Swampfire, and I think the Omniverse design that he gets later on isn't too bad either. And there's also the fact that he is essentially a better version of Heat Blast, and there's also the fact that he also has ultimatification into Ultimate Swampfire, who has a very nice shade of blue and everything. And just overall, I think Swampfire is pretty cool. So I think for him, I'll also throw him in A tier, because why not? And then that is basically it for our tier list. So there is the Alien Force tier list. We will go over it in a second after I try and make these PNGs look less terrible. In D tier, we have Jet Ray and Nanomech. In C tier, we have Alien X, Goop, and Spider Monkey. In B tier, we have Big Chill, Brainstorm, Chroma Stone, and Humongous. In A tier, we have Echo, Lodestar, Swampfire, and in S tier, we have Wrath. Though theoretically, I suppose I should have put Echo in S tier because he's my favorite, but he's not as funny as Wrath. Let's go! So as always, I hope you all like all that good stuff. As always, I'll see you all in the next video.